Hello there. Let me ask you something. Does managing your health sometimes feel like it's become a bigger part of your life than you ever expected? Perhaps it feels like there are more appointments to keep track of, more medications to manage, more little aches or changes to pay attention to. You know, as we gather more years, our bodies naturally change, and staying on top of our well-being often requires a bit more focus, a bit more diligence. It's perfectly normal. For generations, managing health meant regular trips to the doctor's office, perhaps keeping a handwritten log of blood pressure readings, relying on memory for medication times, and phoning the clinic for every little question. And while that system has served us well, sometimes, doesn't it feel like it could be easier? Especially on days when getting out is a challenge, or when you just wish you had a bit more information or support right at your fingertips. Now, I want to talk about something that might, for some of you, feel a little unfamiliar, perhaps even a bit intimidating at first. Technology. We hear this word everywhere, don't we? Smartphones, computers, the internet. It can sometimes seem like a world designed for the younger generations, full of confusing buttons and endless updates. You might think, what does all this gadgetry have to do with me, especially with something as personal and important as my health? Maybe you've felt a little hesitant, wondering if it's all too complicated, or if it takes away from the personal touch of healthcare that you value. That's a completely understandable feeling. Many people feel that way initially. There's comfort in the familiar, in the way things have always been done. The idea of discussing health concerns over a screen or trusting a little device to track important information might seem strange, even impersonal. You might worry about privacy or about simply not being able to figure out how it all works. I've managed this long without it, you might think. Why change now? But what if I told you that some of these newer tools, designed thoughtfully, could actually make managing your health simpler, more convenient, and even give you a greater sense of control and peace of mind? What if technology, rather than being a barrier, could become a helpful companion on your health journey? Imagine being able to have a check-in with your doctor or specialist without needing to arrange transport, navigate traffic, or sit in a waiting room, especially when you're not feeling your best. Picture having a simple way to track your blood pressure, heart rate, or blood sugar levels automatically, with the information easily shareable with your healthcare team, allowing them to spot potential issues sooner. Think about having gentle reminders for medications right on your phone, or access to reliable health information whenever you need it, day or night. This isn't science fiction. It's becoming increasingly common and accessible. We're talking about things like telehealth, which allows for virtual visits, monitoring devices that keep an eye on vital signs from the comfort of your home, and helpful applications, often called apps, on smartphones or tablets that can assist with everything from medication management to exercises tailored for you. It's about using these tools not to replace the essential human connection with your doctors and nurses, but to enhance it, to bridge gaps, and to put more power into your hands when it comes to understanding and managing your own health. Think about it this way. Over the years, you've adapted to countless changes in the world. You learned to use telephones when they became common, perhaps adapted to microwave ovens or remote controls for the television. Each of these, at one time, was a new technology. Learning to use some of these health-focused tools can be similar. It might take a little practice, a bit of patience, but the potential benefits for your independence, your understanding of your own body, and your connection to care can be truly significant. It's about finding ways to make life easier and safer, allowing you to focus more on enjoying your days and less on the stresses of managing health logistics. Many people just like you have found that embracing these tools, even starting small with just one thing, has made a surprising difference. Perhaps it's the relief of knowing your doctor can check in on you remotely after a change in medication, or the confidence that comes from seeing your daily walks tracked and knowing you're meeting your goals. Maybe it's the simplicity of requesting a prescription refill through an online portal instead of waiting on hold on the phone. These aren't about complex computing, they're about practical solutions to everyday challenges. So, over the next little while, we're going to explore this together. We'll gently unpack what these terms, telehealth, remote monitoring, health apps, really mean for you in practical terms. We won't get bogged down in technical jargon. Instead, we'll focus on the how and why. How can these tools specifically help with common health concerns that arise as we age? Why might they be a good option to consider? We'll look at the real-world benefits, like improved access to specialists, better management of chronic conditions like heart disease or diabetes, support for memory and medication adherence, and even tools that can help with maintaining physical activity and social connections. We'll also touch upon how to get started, address common concerns about ease of use and security, and emphasize how this technology complements, rather than replaces, your relationship with your trusted healthcare providers. Our aim isn't to overwhelm you, but to inform and empower you, showing you the potential that technology holds to support your health and well-being in ways you might not have imagined. Let's begin to explore how these modern tools can become your trusted allies in navigating your health journey with confidence and ease. All right, now that we've opened the door to the possibility that technology can be a friend to our health, let's walk through and take a closer look at some of these tools. We'll explore what they are, how they actually work in simple terms, and most importantly, how they might make a real, practical difference in your day-to-day life when it comes to managing your well-being. We'll focus on three main areas: telehealth, those clever monitoring devices, and helpful health apps. First, let's talk about telehealth. You might have heard this term, especially over the last few years. At its heart, telehealth is simply about connecting with your doctor, nurse, therapist, or other healthcare professional using technology instead of traveling to see them in person. This connection could be a video call, much like chatting with family or friends on a computer, tablet, or smartphone, or sometimes it might even be a simple phone call. Think about the convenience of that for a moment. Remember those days when just getting ready, getting transport sorted, dealing with traffic or weather, and then sitting in a waiting room felt like half the battle, especially if you were feeling under the weather. Telehealth can often bypass much of that. For routine check-ins, follow-up appointments after a procedure, discussing test results, managing ongoing conditions, or even having a therapy session, you could potentially do it all from the comfort of your favorite armchair. This is particularly helpful if you live a bit further away from your clinics or specialists, or if mobility is sometimes a challenge. Imagine having a persistent skin rash, for instance. With telehealth, you might be able to show it to your doctor via a video call, get advice, and even have a prescription sent electronically to your pharmacy, potentially saving you an unnecessary trip. Or consider managing a condition like diabetes. Regular check-ins with a nurse or diabetes educator can often be done effectively through a video call, discussing your blood sugar readings, diet, and any concerns you might have. Of course, telehealth isn't suitable for everything. Emergencies always require immediate, in-person attention. Call 999 or your local emergency number straight away. And sometimes, your doctor absolutely needs to physically examine you, listen to your heart or lungs directly, or perform a hands-on test. Telehealth doesn't replace that essential in-person care, but it complements it wonderfully for many situations. Think of it as another option in your healthcare toolkit. You might worry if it feels impersonal, not having the doctor right there in the room. It's a valid thought. However, Many doctors and patients find they can still build a strong, trusting relationship through these virtual visits. Your doctor can still see your expressions, hear the tone of your voice, and focus entirely on your concerns during the call. And for many, the reduced stress and effort involved in accessing care this way is a huge benefit. Often, getting started is simpler than you might think. Clinics usually provide easy-to-follow instructions, perhaps just clicking a secure link they email you. Privacy is also a top priority. These systems are designed to be secure and confidential, just like an in-person visit. Let's picture Margaret, who lives alone and recently had hip replacement surgery. The thought of getting in and out of a car for frequent physiotherapy checkups was daunting. Through telehealth video calls, her physiotherapist could watch her perform her exercises at home, offer corrections, answer her questions, and track her progress, all without Margaret having to endure a painful journey. It kept her recovery on track and eased her anxiety considerably. Next, let's explore the world of remote monitoring devices. This might sound technical, but the idea is quite simple. These are devices you can use at home that measure important health information, your vital signs, and can automatically, or very easily, share this information with your healthcare team. This allows your doctor or nurse to keep an eye on things between your regular appointments, offering you and them valuable insights and peace of mind. Think about managing high blood pressure. Instead of just getting readings taken occasionally at the clinic, you might have a blood pressure cuff at home that you use daily. Some newer cuffs can automatically send these readings securely to your doctor's office through your home internet or a connected app. If your readings start trending upwards, your doctor might notice this pattern early and contact you to adjust your medication, potentially preventing a more serious issue down the line. Similarly, for managing diabetes, some glucose meters can automatically log your blood sugar levels, creating a clear picture for your doctor to review, making your appointments more productive because the data is already there. There's a growing range of these devices designed to be user-friendly. Besides blood pressure cuffs and glucose meters, there are smart scales that track your weight, very important for conditions like heart failure, where sudden weight gain can signal fluid retention. Pulse oximeters that measure the oxygen level in your blood, useful for respiratory conditions, and even wearable devices like smartwatches or fitness trackers. These wearables, often worn on your wrist, can monitor your heart rate continuously, track your daily steps and activity levels, assess your sleep patterns, and some newer models even have features like fall detection, which can automatically alert emergency contacts or services if you take a hard fall. Imagine Arthur, who has a heart condition. His doctor recommended he use a smart scale and a connected blood pressure monitor. Every morning, he steps on the scale and puts on the cuff. The readings are sent automatically. One week, the system flags a sudden increase in his weight and slightly elevated blood pressure. The clinic nurse receives an alert, calls Arthur for a quick telehealth check-in, and they adjust his diuretic medication slightly. This simple early intervention, made possible by remote monitoring, helps Arthur avoid a potential hospital stay. These devices aren't meant to make you anxious, constantly watching numbers. Instead, they work quietly in the background, providing a safety net and empowering your healthcare team with better information to support you. Concerns about accuracy are valid. It's important to use devices recommended or approved by your doctor. And regarding data privacy, just like telehealth, these systems operate under strict security protocols. Often, the setup can be done with help from the clinic or a family member, making them less daunting to start using. Finally, let's touch upon health and wellness apps. An app is simply a small program you can have on a smartphone or a tablet computer. There are thousands of apps available, but we're interested in the ones specifically designed to help manage health and well-being. Think of them as little digital assistants in your pocket or purse. One of the most common and incredibly useful types is the medication reminder app. If you take multiple medications at different times of the day, it can be easy to lose track or occasionally forget a dose. These apps allow you to input your medication schedule, and they will then send you a simple notification, a sound or a message on your screen when it's time to take each pill. Many also let you log that you've taken it, creating a helpful record for yourself or to share with your doctor. This simple tool can significantly improve medication adherence, which is crucial for managing chronic conditions effectively. Think of Eleanor, who has 3 different pills to take daily. She used to rely on memory and a written list, but sometimes life got busy, and she'd second-guess herself. Now, a simple app on her phone gives her a clear chime and reminder for each dose. She taps a button to confirm, and both she and her daughter, who lives further away, feel much more reassured. Beyond reminders, apps can help in many other ways. There are apps designed to guide you through gentle exercises suitable for seniors, perhaps focusing on balance, flexibility, or strength training, right in your living room. Some apps help you track your physical activity, like the number of steps you take each day, which can be very motivating. Nutrition apps can help you log your meals, find healthy recipes, or understand the nutritional content of foods. For mental well-being, there are apps offering guided meditation, mindfulness exercises, or simple relaxation techniques that can help manage stress or improve sleep. Patient portals, often accessed via an app or website provided by your doctor's clinic or hospital, are increasingly common. These portals allow you to do things like view your test results, see upcoming appointments, request prescription refills, and even send secure messages to your doctor's office with non-urgent questions, often saving you a phone call. For instance, David used his clinic's patient portal to ask his doctor a quick question about a recent blood test result he saw online. He got a secure message back the next day with a clear explanation, avoiding the need to play phone tag or wait for his next appointment. There are even apps with brain games designed to challenge and engage your mind. When choosing apps, it's wise to be discerning. Often your doctor, pharmacist, or therapist might recommend specific, reputable apps. Many useful ones are free or have a small cost. The key is to find 1 or 2 that address a specific need you have and start simple. You don't need to use dozens of them. Just finding one that solves a particular problem, like medication reminders, can make a significant positive impact. So you see, telehealth, monitoring devices, and health apps are not about replacing the human touch in healthcare. They are tools designed to make accessing care easier, provide better information for managing conditions, and support you in staying organized and engaged with your own health, all potentially from the comfort and convenience of your own home. They offer ways to enhance your connection with your healthcare team and empower you with more control over your well-being journey. So, we've journeyed together through this landscape of technology and health, exploring possibilities that might have seemed a bit distant or perhaps even slightly daunting at first. Let's take a moment now to gather our thoughts, reflect on what we've discussed, and really solidify how these tools, telehealth, monitoring devices, and helpful apps can serve as genuine allies in managing your well-being as you navigate these chapters of life. We started by acknowledging that managing health can sometimes feel like it takes up more energy and attention than we'd like. The appointments, the medications, the watching for subtle changes, it's a reality many of us face. We then gently opened the door to technology, not as some complex, impersonal force, but as a potential source of support, convenience, and even empowerment. Remember our conversation about telehealth? We saw how connecting with your doctor or specialist through a video call or phone call can lift the burden of travel and waiting rooms for many routine check-ins and consultations. Think about the sheer practicality of that, saving your energy for healing or simply enjoying your day, rather than spending it on the logistics of getting to an appointment. It's about bringing care closer to you, making it more accessible, especially when mobility is a concern or you live at a distance. It's not about replacing that vital in-person visit when it's needed, but about adding a flexible, efficient option that respects your time and comfort. The relief Margaret felt being able to do her physio check-ins from home after her hip surgery speaks volumes about this convenience. It's about using technology to bridge distances and maintain that crucial connection with your healthcare team more easily. Then we delved into those remote monitoring devices. The idea here isn't to add complexity, but to offer reassurance and provide valuable information. Imagine the peace of mind knowing that important indicators like your blood pressure, weight, or blood sugar are being tracked regularly, right from your home, and that this information can be easily shared with your doctor. It allows for a more watchful eye, a way for your healthcare team to notice subtle changes or trends early on, sometimes even before you might feel something is wrong. Remember Arthur, whose smart scale and blood pressure cuff helped flag a potential issue with his heart condition, leading to a timely intervention. That's the power we're talking about. Proactive awareness. These devices, whether it's a simple cuff, a scale, or a wearable tracker monitoring your activity or detecting falls, act like quiet sentinels, working in the background to support your health management and providing a safety net. It puts more timely, relevant data into the hands of those caring for you, enabling more informed decisions and potentially preventing bigger problems down the road. It's about transforming occasional snapshots of your health taken at the clinic into a more continuous, dynamic picture. And finally, we explored the world of health apps on smartphones or tablets. We saw how these little programs can act as incredibly useful personal assistants. The simple yet profound impact of a medication reminder app, like the one Eleanor uses, ensuring doses aren't missed, is a perfect example. It takes one significant worry off your plate, helping you stay consistent with treatments that are vital for managing chronic conditions. But apps can do more, guiding gentle exercises, helping track activity or nutrition, offering tools for relaxation and mental well-being, or providing easy access to your health records and communication with your clinic through patient portals, like David experienced when clarifying his test results. It's about having helpful resources and organizational tools right at your fingertips, simplifying tasks that might otherwise feel cumbersome or easy to overlook. Finding just one or two apps that address a specific need can streamline parts of your health routine significantly. Now, stepping back and looking at the bigger picture, what does all this really mean? It means that technology, when used thoughtfully, can play a significant role in supporting your independence and enhancing your quality of life as you age. It's not about turning healthcare into something cold or robotic. It's about using innovative tools to overcome some of the traditional hurdles to accessing care and managing health effectively. It allows for a more proactive approach. Instead of just reacting to problems, these tools can help you and your doctors anticipate and manage things more effectively. It subtly shifts the dynamic, placing more information and control directly into your hands, making you an even more active participant in your own health journey. Think of it as adding more tools to your personal toolkit for navigating life well. Just as eyeglasses help us see clearly and hearing aids help us stay connected to conversations, these health technologies can help us manage our physical well-being with greater ease and confidence. Perhaps you still feel a little hesitant. Maybe the idea of learning something new technologically feels tiring, or concerns about privacy linger. These feelings are entirely valid and understandable. Please know this: you don't need to become a technology expert overnight. It's perfectly okay to start small. Perhaps just exploring telehealth for your next routine follow-up, or trying a simple medication reminder app. Maybe a family member, a friend, or even staff at your doctor's clinic can help you take that first step. Many devices and apps are being designed with simplicity in mind, precisely for users who aren't digital natives. Ask questions, seek clarification. You are in control of deciding if and how you want to use these tools. There's no pressure, only possibility. Remember, the goal is not to master the technology itself, but to harness its benefits to make your life easier and support your health goals. Think back to other new things you've learned throughout your life: driving a car, using a new kitchen appliance, perhaps even navigating a self-checkout at the grocery store. There might have been a learning curve, but you adapted. This can be the same. Privacy and security are, quite rightly, significant concerns. Reputable healthcare providers and technology developers take this very seriously. Telehealth platforms use secure connections, monitoring devices transmit data encrypted, and patient portals require secure logins. While no system is absolutely foolproof, the measures in place are robust and designed to protect your personal health information, just like the systems that protect your physical files at the doctor's office. Don't hesitate to ask your healthcare provider about the specific security measures they use. Ultimately, embracing these technological aids is about empowerment. It's about giving yourself access to tools that can simplify complexities, provide reassurance, and keep you more closely connected to your care team, all while allowing you to remain comfortably in your own home environment more often. It's about finding ways to lessen the burden of health management so you have more time and energy for the people and activities you love. It offers a pathway to potentially maintaining your independence for longer, staying actively engaged in managing your health, and feeling a greater sense of security. This isn't about replacing the irreplaceable value of human connection and compassionate care from doctors, nurses, and therapists. It's about enhancing that care, making it more efficient, more informed, and more accessible to you, right where you are. So, let this be an invitation, not an instruction. An invitation to be curious, to perhaps explore one small way technology might ease a particular challenge you face in managing your health. See it not as a hurdle, but as a potential stepping stone towards greater ease, confidence, and continued well-being. The future of healthcare will likely involve an even closer integration of these tools, and understanding their potential now allows you to make informed choices about what might work best for you. You have navigated so much in life, adapted to countless changes with resilience and grace. Exploring these helpful technologies can be just one more adaptation, one that holds the promise of making your health journey smoother and supporting you in living fully and well.